everyone, thanks for watching. So today I am bringing you a monthly favorites video. Little side note, this is my second time filming this video. I just finished filming this Valentine's Day look for you, hence the Valentine's Day background. So I just finished doing my extra for this video here, and I went to start doing some editing. I filmed this video last week and I sat down to edit it so that it could go up tomorrow, and I hated it. I hated the footage, I hated the background, so I am refilming it for you so that it can go up tomorrow, being Monday when you're watching this right now. I feel like I have to mention that when I do my monthly favorites, I try to wear as many of the products that I'm showing. It's just a personal preference, personal thing that I do. So I'm not wearing a lot of what I'm going to show you, only because I had filmed this first, sat down to edit my already filmed monthly favorites where I was wearing a lot of that stuff, and like I said, I hated it. So I feel bad. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do feel bad that I'm not wearing a lot of this. I'm wearing some of it, or I can at least insert pictures of when I was wearing it. I don't know, I just feel almost guilty, like I love this product, but I'm not wearing it today. You know, I don't know why I feel that way, but just a little side note. Let's just get into this video so that I can edit it and it can go up for you tomorrow. Foundation. This one's been going around for the last couple of months now. This is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation, and mine is in the shade 10 Porcelain Ivory. Looks like this. Disregard my crazy nails and super dry hands. We need to work on that. Yeah. So I really like this stuff. I picked this up right before Christmas, and I actually traveled to Toronto with this stuff. Love it. I use it with my Kabuki, my Morphe M439. It's just my favorite way of applying foundation. The only problem that I found, and I haven't really heard anybody else talk about this, is it wasn't setting everywhere. Like in my forehead, it wasn't completely setting. I don't have oily skin. I have very dry skin. It was just acting kind of weird, but not to the point where I was like, oh, I hate this stuff. I love the feeling of it. It goes on really nice and smooth. Doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. It does feel hydrating. It just was kind of patchy where it was setting. It was weird. I can't even explain it. On the days that I want a little bit of a lighter coverage, more of a moisturizer type look, I mix this with the Maybelline BB cream. I also really like the Rimmel Radiance BB cream, but I'm out of it, and I love this stuff too. So I mix a little bit of both together, like 1 and 1, and not a full, you know what I mean. I mix these, or if I want to still wear this but have a little more full coverage, I mix the L'Oreal Pro Matte, which I love this stuff too. So I'll go more of this and just a little bit of this for that extra coverage. And for some reason, mixing either of these with it helps to make it really smooth and set nicer, but this on its own just doesn't set as nice. Right? Okay. Next up is another foundation. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection 24-Hour Moisture Hydration Pore Blurring Effect. Mine is in the shade 10 Light Porcelain. Basically, I gravitate to the lightest shade in every collection. It's really not that difficult. The only sucky thing with drugstore foundation is they don't all come in different undertones, so you have to kind of play around with it. But for the most part, I just go for the lightest shade. I hauled this not that long ago, a couple weeks ago I think. I will leave a link down below and probably in the cards. What is that taste? I have worn this a lot, probably a week and a half straight, I'd say. And I love it. It's so good. Again, I apply it with my Morphe Kabuki. Kabuki, that's a fun word to say. Kabuki. But the coverage is really good. It's like medium to full. It's buildable. It feels really smooth and hydrating. I mean, hence the hydrating. I don't know. Again, I do have very dry, like very, very dry skin. But I have noticed a little bit of oil in my forehead. A little bit in my T-zone, like sometimes in my chin, but mostly my forehead. But nothing crazy, not to the point where I have to blot or it's removing foundation. I've been noticing like a little bit of oiliness. I'm not wearing this today, but like I said, I love it. It's so good. Next up is a primer. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for dry skin. So they have a combination, a oily skin and a dry skin. And I'm so happy. I think I mentioned this in my drugstore haul. I hauled this also. I'm so happy that the drugstore is starting to come out with products like that, because I like primers. I like using primers, but primers are expensive. Really just using BB creams as a primer. For me, everybody's different. Everybody's skin is different. I notice a huge difference in my foundation when I do use a primer, regardless if it's, where'd it go? One like this, or if it's a BB cream, or whatever it is. It just goes on smoother, blends out nicer, looks nicer, and will last longer. It looks fresher for longer. I don't know, if you're the type who is like, oh, I don't need a primer, I challenge you to try it. Go to the drugstore, try one of these. I think it was around $10 here at like my Walmart. But anyway, I'm going off on a huge tangent about this. This is so good. It feels just like a moisturizer. I've used this with this a lot. I've used it with other foundations too. I'm not wearing it today, but I love it. I can definitely vouch for it. I might actually have to pick up another one. I've been using it kind of like a moisturizer, so I've been a little too heavy-handed with it, but it's so good, you guys. If you have dry skin, you need that. Alright, next up is a concealer. This is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer. Mine is in the shade Fair. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that this was the only concealer I used last year. I think I had the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer for a little bit, but I used so many tubes of this. I actually have backups. I have like 2 backups of these. It's not as thick and full coverage as some other concealers, or concealer. I would like it to be a little bit thicker. I've been using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in 15 Fair, and like you can see the color difference. That is crazy. This is like a true vanilla shade. It's really, really light, whereas this one's a little bit darker, but I've been using this one to death. I mean, you guys have seen this in 100 different videos. I've been using this for highlighting and for under eye concealing, and this formula is thicker than this one, but I'm probably going to go back to this one. I was going to run out and get more of the Fit Me, but now that I have a bunch of these, I'm like, oh, I remember why I love it so much. I did wear it today. I am wearing this today. Yay me. So yeah, it's really good stuff. Next up are some eyeshadows. These are the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour concentrated crayon. I hauled these also. And in that haul, I mentioned there were 10 in the collection, and I think I had 7. Anyway, I ended up going back and getting the other 3. Yeah, I'm so bad at math. So bad. I ended up picking up the rest of the collection. So I'm going to do a separate video all on these. I have tried pretty much every color, and I have pros, I have cons, but these are 2 of my favorite shades. This one is Creamy Chocolate. Ooh. And this one here is Lilac Lust, which isn't really much of a lilac color. It's more of a taupey color, but these are so good, you guys. If you like the original ones, the potted ones, I think you'll like these even better. I mean, I do. Okay, can't talk about these forever because there is a video coming. Next up are a couple of eyeshadows. This one is by NYX, and it is called Whipped Cream. I hauled this, and I am wearing it. Yay me. This is probably the whitest. So good. In my drugstore haul, I compared this against my Matte Malloy from The Balm, which you guys know I love. I love Matte Malloy. He's my bae. Just kidding. I can just show you now. Come on as well. Okay, so there's Matt. Hey, Matt. Hey, look at that smile. So pretty. Anyway, this is Matte Malloy, and I've been hitting some pretty serious pan. This is the only white highlight I've been using. I use it as an eyeshadow also. Like, I love this. And as far as I know, they don't make Singles, I've only done a little bit of researching. I know, shocking, right? A good dupe for it, or a good single that was inexpensive. I didn't want to get something high priced, high end. And my best friend and I were out. We were at London Drugs. Actually, we were kind of going through all the NYX stuff, and I saw this. I'm like, oh yeah, a white eyeshadow, whatever. And I swatched it, and I went, oh my god. Oh my god. I almost fell over. It was good. I went on about this in my drugstore haul, but it's so good. I have not put it down. I don't even put it away. I keep it on my desk next to my palettes so that I know where it will be, because I use this all the time. Their eyeshadow, I got this in my Ipsy bag for January, which is another video that I will link. I will link for you guys if you missed it. This is by City Color, and it's an eyeshadow trio, and it's called Falling Leaves. Ugh. When I saw this in the bag, I was like, yes, yes. It looks very brown on camera, which is so weird. It's very weird. It's a beautiful orange. Yeah, it looks really brown. It's a beautiful, beautiful orange. Beautiful orangey shade. I think it has a little bit of a peach tone to it, so it's a lighter version of the orange. I'll post a picture of me wearing this. It's not the best to get the colors. I will do more looks with this. I might even do like a get ready with me. The only issue I had was, I can't open it, there you go. With the orangey shade, I did have to build it up. It took a while to really get it to the color that I wanted it to be, but they are very creamy, very smooth. They blend out beautifully, and it was just a very nice, soft look. Oh, it was so good. You had one job, memory card. One job. And you failed miserably. So it is many hours since you saw me last, hence the different lip color, and I should be in full pajamas by now. Moving on. Next up is from IT Cosmetics, and it is the Naturally Pretty palette. I got this off of Glambot. Only other way I could get IT Cosmetics is from the shopping channel, which I've checked it out, and it's pretty expensive. So when I saw this on Glambot, I was like, yep, mine. And this was during some of their Boxing Week sales. So I got it for an extra like 30% off or something. It was really, really good. And it's so pretty. I've been wanting this palette for so long. A review on this palette on its own, so I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail, but I just wanted to mention this shade right here, which is called Sunset. Basically this whole bottom row, except for this transforming pearl shade that is like completely useless. They could have put 2 extra colors there, but this whole row is amazing, and I love, 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 love this sunset color. I've done this all over the lid with some liner, and I was good to go. I'm really into those orangey brown, reddish brown, those really warm tones right now. Oh, and I love this. There are some good ones on the top. I was actually, when I filmed this look before, I was wearing Midnight. I will insert a picture. I was wearing Midnight all over my lid. Some of these more purpley shades are pretty good, like All Heart and Violet up here, but it's mainly this Sunset. I go to this a lot for crease colors and just simple looks. So I will do a video all on this palette. Next up is also from my Ipsy bag, and it is this smudge brush. And I have no idea what the name is. It's Bean something. It's a French name. Kind of see it. That's what it looks like. I used it today, been using it ever since I opened my Ipsy bag. I gave it a quick wash, hung it up to dry, and then I've been using it ever since. And it says smudge brush, but I love it. I love it as a crease brush. It works so well as a crease brush. So I typically use the MAC 221 as my crease brush, and I like it because it's that thin, like domed shape, but it is very flexible. This one is similar, but it's more dense. Like it's harder, the bristles are harder, so I think it packs on more product, and I have a little more control whereas this one is really good for blending. I think it's actually a blending brush, but I like the shape of this one to get in my crease and really, you know, really get product in there. But I think I'm going to stick to blending with this one, and then this has kind of become my new crease, my go-to crease brush. It's just been so good putting product in there and not blending it too harshly, like blending it out completely. I did use this in my video for this look, so you will get to see that in action. So next up is a lipstick by MAC, and it is their Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color. And this one is Too Matte with Love, but I love this formula. It smells just like the regular Bullet. Oh, it smells just like the regular Bullet lipsticks from MAC, but the formula on these are amazing. The day that I wore this shade, we were celebrating my mom's birthday, met my family down at the restaurant, and it stayed on through eating and drinking. Like I was blown away how well this stayed. Like I didn't see any transfer on my straw. I didn't see any transfer at all. It was still very comfortable. It wasn't over drying. I didn't have to put any lip balm or anything like that on. We got back to my mom's house and I looked in the mirror and I was like, wow, I don't need any touch up. Like it doesn't look like it budged at all. It was one of those things that I'm like, there's no way. It looks like it was fresh. It was so good. So I've picked up a couple more. Next up is another item from my Ipsy bag. So that's 3 items in total for the Ipsy bag. This is by, I think it's Purlisse, and it is the Blue Lotus 4-in-1 I Adore Serum. So it does intense hydration, firms, brightens, and decreases puffiness. Oh my goodness, it looks like that. So I'm going to research this company. I want to know where I can get this, because when I pulled it out of my Ipsy bag, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, an eye cream, whatever. Like, I'd rather get brushes and eyeliners and eyeshadows. I was really excited about that. And then I'm like, yay, eye cream, whatever. So I put it in my bathroom and I tried it. I actually tried it that night, and I get really swollen, like really puffy and dark circles. So I tried it and I noticed a difference with my puffiness. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. It felt really hydrating, felt really nice. It didn't burn my eyes, it didn't make my skin sensitive, like didn't do anything weird. And it says to do it day and night. So I did it the next morning after I washed my face, and I was really puffy. I didn't get a lot of sleep, and it helped get rid of, like, not completely gone, but it helped get rid of that puffiness. And I was like, okay, I see you, eye cream. I see what you're doing. So I've been using it for a few days now, almost a week, almost a full week, and I'm like, I gotta put on that eye cream. I've never been excited to put on eye cream, but it does feel really good. The first one is a candle. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. I never talk about candles. This is the first candle I've actually lit in probably 3 years. No joke. So fun fact about me, my grandpa was a fire captain, and he put the fear of fire into everybody's heads. So anytime I saw even like a campfire or matches or a lighter, I was always really paranoid around fire. And we used to camp a lot growing up. So there's a difference between respecting the fire and just being terrified of it. And I was terrified. I grew up believing that fire was bad. Fire, like Frankenstein. Fire is bad. Never had candles growing up. My mom was never a candle person. But my sister and I always wanted candles, and we would give each other candles for birthdays. My dad was like, oh, that's really nice. That smells good, but you can't light it. There was like a no candle rule in our house. So I remember telling my sister, oh, when I grow up and I get my own place, I'm going to have candles everywhere, and I'm going to light candles all the time. And I never did, because I was terrified. If I had a candle burning, it was like in the middle of the kitchen table with nothing around it, and I was watching it all the time. paranoid. So we were in Walmart and I was checking out all the different air fresheners, and I like air fresheners. I like those little things to like spruce up your house. And they had a row of candles and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, candles, whatever. I mean, I don't even keep them in my bathroom. Like I don't do candles. So I end up picking up this one, which is, I didn't even say it, it's a Febreze candle, and this one is linen and sky. I kept the little tag that was on it because it doesn't say anything. And I was like, oh, Febreze makes candles. I love Febreze. I will Febreze all the time. I'm ridiculous, but I love Febreze. So I'm like, oh, Febreze makes candles. That's pretty cool. I picked up this one. I was like, oh my god, I have to take you. I didn't even care how much it was. I just put it in my cart. I was like, this is coming home right now. And both Abby and Allie looked at me and they're like, but that's a candle. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's a candle. And Abby goes, but we don't do candles. We don't have candles in our house. And I was like, well, we're going to have this candle in our house. And she's like, you're going to light a candle? You never light candles. And I was like, it's for my office. It's different. Needless to say, it has been in my office beauty room ever since. I've only lit it a few times. It smells amazing. It smells so good. These are the type of scents that I want all throughout my house. It smells so good. I find that I can't light it for very long because it becomes like overwhelming and overpowering, I guess. I love this candle. Oh, I want that as a perfume. No joke. Okay, and then the last three are perfumes. The first one is Gucci Guilty Premiere. Look how pretty the bottle is. So I had a travel size bottle of this perfume, and it was my favorite perfume for like 3 months. I loved it, and I ran out of it, and I told my mom, I said, can I please have this for Christmas? I like put this on my wish list, and she got me a huge bottle. I don't have it with me right now because Ava steals everything, but it came with 2 bags, like 2 makeup bags. Oh, I love it. So she got me the big bottle, and it smells so good. So good. In the gift bag, though, there was a sample for their new perfume, which is Gucci Bamboo. I was going to say Gucci Guilty. And I went through the sample. It smells so good. I went through the sample so quickly. So every time I went to Sephora to pick it up, it was sold out. And it's one of their pricier items. I mean, it's Gucci. It's going to be expensive. But it was, yes, on the pricier side. And I hate ordering online. So I finally was able to pick it up, but unfortunately it's in a rollerball, which I hate. I don't mind the travel size, but I like it when they come in the spray version and not the rollerball. But I picked it up. Even if I have to put it in my purse and like reapply it throughout the day, I will, because it smells so good. I will try is the key word, to leave links to these perfumes down below so that you can read what the notes are, because there's no way I can explain it to you. You'd be like, what is, I laugh at myself doing this. I don't know. This is Prada Candy, also in the rollerball, which same thing. Same thing. I don't like the rollerballs. I wish it was a spray. When I'm finished with the rollerball, I might actually go get like the full size spray. Every time I smelt this, I was like, oh, that's too sweet. I like fruity and floral type scents. So this should be like my perfume. This should be one of my signature scents. But every time I smelt it, it was just overpowering and like too sweet. It was like cotton candy. And I remember the cotton candy body spray that everybody wore in junior high and high school. And I was just like, no, it's too much. And then all of a sudden when I went to get the Gucci Bamboo, I smelt it again and I was like, yes, I want that. I don't know if they changed it. Probably not. I don't know if there's a different one. I don't think so. Everybody talks about this. Everybody loves Prada Candy. Like, who doesn't love Prada Candy? So I ended up picking it up because I fell in love with it at the store. I thought this would be such a good summer smell, like a good spring summer scent, whereas Gucci Premiere is definitely like a fall, warmer, fall winter type scent. I find Prada, the Prada Candy, and even the Gucci Bamboo to be a little more like feminine and sweet and not like girly, but like that younger, fun, innocent kind of smell, whereas the Gucci Premiere is very like sophisticated and grown up and a little sexy, dare I say. So that is it for this monthly's favorite. I would love to know in the comments down below what your favorite was for the month. I don't care what it is, makeup related, clothing related, food related, a movie, whatever it was. I want to know all about it, so leave me a comment down below. Make sure to like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That will help my channel so much. That would be greatly appreciated. And make sure to hit the red subscribe button, notified when a new video goes up. Also, make sure to follow me on social media. All the links are down below. I would love to hang out and talk to you guys. But that is it from me for now, and I will see you very soon. Bye!